Bill Maher had dinner with Donald Trump, and the internet lost its mind. Liberals cried betrayal, Twitter exploded with hot takes, and then Maher clapped back hard. Oh, and someone tried to scold him on his own show. Spoiler alert, it did not go well. Strap in, because today we're breaking down Bill's fiery takedown, the guest who tried it and failed, and why dinner with Trump turned into a full-blown cultural food fight. 12 days ago, Bill Maher did something so radical, so unspeakable, so utterly beyond the pale. He had dinner with Donald Trump. That's it. No backroom deals, no nuclear codes exchanged over creme brulee. Just a dinner. Arranged, hilariously, by Kid Rock, because of course it was, but cue the meltdown. The liberal internet didn't just clutch their pearls, they shattered them, stomped on the pieces, and lit the remains on fire. In a matter of hours, Maher went from voice of reason to traitor to the resistance. One meal, and suddenly, it was off with his head. You'd think he tattooed MAGA on his forehead and moved into Mar-a-Lago permanently. The outrage was swift, loud, and, let's be honest, completely unhinged. Maher did what Bill Maher does. He faced the fire head-on. He invited one of his more dramatic critics, you know, the type who tweets in all caps and hyperventilates over dinner reservations, right onto his show, to talk, to debate, to clear the air. And at first, oh, the guy came in buttering Bill up like a Thanksgiving roll. "We're fans, Bill. We love you. I've always admired you." But Maher, he wasn't having any of it. Deadpan. Calm, surgical. In that instant, the vibe flipped. Gloves. Off. This wasn't some polite disagreement. A passive-aggressive lecture dressed up as fandom, and Maher saw it coming from a mile away. He wasn't just being challenged, he was being set up. And let's just say, the setup didn't go according to plan. Because, whoa, it wasn't just a clapback. It was a televised intellectual beatdown with extra seasoning. The guest tried to spin the whole dinner as some grand betrayal of liberal values. His big argument? That Maher had fallen into the trap of proximity is principle. In plain English, if you sit near Trump, you're basically MAGA now. But Maher, he didn't flinch. He went full Bill Maher mode. Sarcasm dialed up, logic razor sharp, zero time for nonsense. "I'm a comedian, not a diplomat," he fired back. "I don't sign treaties. I tell jokes." Translation, calm down. It was dinner, not détente. Then, like a surprise tag team partner in a WWE match, Piers Morgan swooped in. And folks, it was glorious. He slammed the hysteria, mocked the performative outrage, and brought some much-needed common sense to the table. At that point, watching this guest try to hold his ground was like watching a guy bring a squirt gun to a lion fight. And spoiler, it did not end well. By the end of the segment, he looked like he was reconsidering every decision that led him into that studio. Maher wasn't just defending a dinner, he was defending the right to talk, to question, to meet with anyone, without a digital firing squad waiting outside. We're living in a world where talking to someone you disagree with is basically treated like treason. Sit down at the same dinner table? Boom. You're a collaborator, a traitor, practically pledging allegiance to the dark side. Forget context. Forget civility. If you didn't record yourself flipping the table and storming out, the mob assumes you're secretly writing Trump 2024 jingles. And this is exactly where Maher planted his flag. He didn't mince words. He's not Team Trump. He never has been. He's Team Dialogue, Team Nuance. Team, can we please have a damn conversation without setting each other on fire? But good luck explaining that to Twitter, the digital coliseum where outrage is currency and nuance gets booed off. Stage. Try saying, I had dinner with someone I disagree with, and watch the replies roll in, blocked, unfollowed. You're dead to me, Bill. It's not about principles anymore. It's about purity tests, tribal, loyalty, and performative rage. Maher didn't just defend a dinner. He challenged the idea that talking equals surrender, that civility equals complicity. And in today's climate, that's practically revolutionary. Oh, and just when you thought Bill Maher might let it go quietly, he drops the final hammer. Turns out, before heading to dinner with Trump, Maher brought receipts, literally. He had his team print out a list of 60 insults Trump had hurled at him over the years. We're talking classics like stone cold dummy, fired like a dog, really a dumb guy. And what did Maher do with that list? He had Trump sign it. For fun. Let that sink in. The internet is out here acting like Maher pledged allegiance to MAGA over mashed potatoes. Meanwhile, Trump has publicly roasted him more times than a comedy. Central panel. And Maher still showed up with a sense of humor. So maybe, just maybe, this wasn't about loyalty. Maybe it was about maturity. About being able to sit across from someone, share a laugh, and still disagree completely. In a world addicted to tribal outrage, that kind of emotional intelligence, it's practically an endangered species. So what do you think? Was Maher right to meet Trump face to face? Or did he cross the line? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read everything. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more bold takes, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. This is your channel name, where we serve the hottest celebrity news with a side of real talk. See you in the next one.